Alright guys, it's Swarly here, and in today's video I made a tier list and I'm gonna be reviewing it with you guys, and it is just my opinion of how the tier list looks. You may not agree with everything, and if you don't, go ahead and comment, and because I may have overlooked something about some certain characters and you might change my mind on something. Alright, so let's begin. So in the number one spot, I do believe Law is the best character. He excels in everything. His attack stats really good. His speed's really good. Both his skills are pretty busted. His traits are good. Both of his skills they have a large area of effect, and they leave the opponent in a disadvantaged state after they hit him. The Scalpel leaving him with confusion, and the Shambles leaving him in a speed debuff. And Shambles being, since it is a treasure hunt, you're aiming to capture treasures. Shambles being probably the most overpowered move in the game at getting treasures. Alright guys, and in second place I got Moria, and he just does not die. He gets awarded for your team being bad, so every time they die he heals, and he's just immortal. Both of his skills are really good. Even as a defender he can hit really hard, and I believe it's his skill 1 leaves the opponent in a attack down debuff, and he got really good traits, and he just does not die. There's no way around it. Alright, and in third place we got Akainu, probably the strongest character in the whole game, power wise. I mean, no one's surviving his skill 2. His skill 1's really good, and his trait, if he has 70% or more health, he doesn't get staggered by basic attacks, which is really good. So he can just, like, at the beginning of a fight, just start overpowering everybody, because, I mean, he's going to hit everybody out of their hits. Alright, and in fourth place we got Luffy, the new time skip Luffy. I really like his basic attack combo. And both of his skills are really good. His skill 1, Red Hawk, it tracks really well, and it got pretty good distance on it, and it does quite a bit of damage and leaves them in a burn state. And his skill 2, just the invincibility of it alone is super good. I know you can, if you don't get hit by it after you dodge, you can, like, walk around it, but if you use your dodge and you get hit by that, I mean, you're taking mad amount of damage. Okay, and in fifth place we got Skypiea Zoro. On Baratie, he can clear out a whole team if they're all standing up there. It is crazy. Both of his skills have long distance, and they're pretty strong. I like his respawn speed buff. So, I mean, if it's at the end of the match and there's only a couple seconds left and you respawn, you can get his happy little butt all the way to a flag and capture it before the match ends. Alright, and in the top rank of S, we got Kid. When his gloves are on, he's just a monster. He beats out other people's basic attacks because he doesn't get staggered by them. And he does a mad amount of damage. And especially if you have his gloves on and then do the repel, I mean, that's almost a guaranteed one shot. Alright, next we got Whitebeard. I still believe Whitebeard is near the top of the tier list. His crowd control is the best out of everybody. I mean, the range on both of his skills is insane. Like, you'll think you're safe, and then you're stuck in his tremor. It is dumb, and he does good damage too. Alright, next we got Sanji. Sanji's like Moria, so your team's bad, they're dying, you're getting an attack buff. 30% attack buff, it's nuts. Both of his skills are good. His flying kick one is really good. The other one, it's okay. It's kind of hard to land. Like, it doesn't have too much range. But other than that, he's doing a lot of damage. All right, next we got Akoji, and I like him because, like, if you're hitting him, you might get frozen. So it's like you're kind of scared to hit him. And both of his skills, they freeze the opponents. So it's like, I've been hit by, get hit by the Ice Age, then get hit by the other skill right after, and you're just sitting there frozen for like 10 seconds, not being able to play. All right, next we got Ace. He's like Skypiea Zoro. You just got to space out your opponent. Just pretty much run away. His skill 1 is really good, and I like his skill 2. It does a lot of damage. I like using it when the opponent's capturing the flag, because like right after they catch it, they're unable to do anything, and it's pretty much just they're just taking a whole bunch of damage right there. All right, next we got Crocodile, and I know a lot of people's not gonna like where I'm putting Crocodile. But I feel like him and Shanks have the same issue where their playstyle is really linear and predictable. It's like I really don't even get hit with the tornado anymore because I can just tell when they're going to do it. And even if they do the tornado, like it's easy to perfect dodge. And then they're just stuck there sitting there taking your hits because you're still invincible from the perfect dodge. But he's still really good. His skill 1 goes pretty far, and his trait to where he retains 15% of his health for everyone he kills is really good. And poison on his crits, like the poison adds up. It does a lot of damage. All right, next we got Eneru, which I really like Eneru. His skill 2 is crazy good. And for some reason, it's hard to dodge. Like, I've tried dodging it, and sometimes I'll get the perfect dodge, and then other times it'll look like I'll get it, but I'll still get stunned by the shock. But yeah, I mean, anybody caught in the shock's gonna take a lot of damage because he's gonna throw out the skill 1 right after. And his basic attack, he got the staff, so he got pretty good range on it, so he can out hit some of the other characters. Alright, Nami, the thing that makes her good is if you're losing on flags, she has 50% speed increase on catch rate, which is really good. Like, you'll make some nice comebacks with that. And I really like her clouds, other than, everybody playing with Luffy. But yeah, the clouds are really good. You can, if they get hit with one cloud, you can like run around them and hit them into another cloud for some extra damage, which is really good. And you can like kind of place it like a trap around the treasure. Or even like if you're in a team fight, I mean, they might accidentally walk into it. And her skill 2 is really good. It's really strong. It just, if it had Nullify Stagger on it, it would be so much better, but it doesn't. Alright, and at the top of A+ tier, we got Sabo. Sabo's really good. I like his Dragon Claw skill. It goes out pretty far. Dragon Breath, it's really strong if you hit people with it, but it takes a while to start up, and it's easily dodged. but he is invincible when he does it, so it's pretty good. I think the thing that makes him good is his traits. Alright, next is Mihawk. Mihawk, he's glass cannon. I mean, no other way of putting it. His skill 1 with the slash, it goes really far. It's really strong. His skill 2, where he jumps up and dives into the ground, is super strong. And there's I got hit with this, and it's a setup. My opponent hit me once, I dodged, and I was hit by the third hit of his basic attack combo. I got knocked down, so I did not have a dodge. And I got up, he still got the invincibility on. I'm trying to run away from him, but he jumps up into the air with his skill 2. And right when my invincibility wore off, and before my dodge came back, I got hit with the skill 2, and it was pretty much unavoidable. And it was crazy. Alright, next we got Time Skip Zoro. He's really good. He got some fixed damage on one of his skills. I believe it's 7,000 damage, which most of the time it's going to be about half, if not a little more than half the enemy's health, which is good. I know his tornado skill is kind of hard to hit. They have to be like right behind you, but leaving it on the treasure is good. I mean, they can't touch it. Alright, next we got Arlong. That one might be a little biased because I do like Arlong. His trait of when he kills an enemy, getting the crit boost is really good. I do like his dive skill. It goes out pretty far. I mean, he's just there to do damage pretty much and kill people. Alright, next we got 30 million berry bounty Luffy. He's really good. I like the first hit of his basic attack. It's really got a really good range on it. His Gum Gum Axe is really good because if you hit him with it, if it doesn't kill him, they're tremored, and then you can just hit him with another skill. I mean, it got a pretty big area of effect when his foot comes down. And, you know, he's not affected by shock, and yeah, he's good. Alright, next we got All Sunday. I like her skills. The tremor on the one skill, then the other one, it's like kind of like Shanks's, where it kind of just happens. It's really good, and you get knocked back. And I've been meaning to test something with her about like her basic attacks. I think the first hit of her basic attack, it like leaves them stunned for a little bit, so I just want to see what all I can do with that. I mean, if anybody's looked into that, I mean, I'd love to see what you have to say about it. Alright, next we got Arm Point Chopper leading A tier. To me, he's probably one of the best characters in a 1v1 fight. And he got that speed buff that he gets. I mean, other than that, his skills are okay, but he's just there to fight you one-on-one. Alright, next we got Alabasta Luffy. I mean, overall, Alabasta Luffy's okay. He got some decent range on his basic attacks and his skills. His skills are okay, nothing great. Overall, he's pretty decent. I'm about to get him at 6-star, so I'm actually looking forward to using him at his full potential. Alright, next we got Mr. 2. And he's kind of like Luffy. He got some decent range. His skills are okay. I mean, he does damage, but I mean, there's better characters out there that could do what he does. Alright, next, Shanks. Shanks, yeah, like I was saying earlier, like him and Crocodile, they're kind of pretty predictable at this point. Like, they just throw out the skills. I mean, the skills are easily dodged. Alright, next we got Boa Hancock. And I feel like with her you need a good team. Like, because you're just going to be trying to turn people to stone, then running away and capturing flags. I mean, you'll need, because she doesn't do too much damage. You'll need teammates to capitalize on that. I mean, because you can turn multiple people to stone, but you'll want, like, someone that can deal massive amount of damage to confirm those kills for you. And yeah, I feel like you have to play really, really good to be good with Boa Hancock. Alright, next we got Smoker. His defense stat is really high. His basic attack, I like his basic attack combo. His skills are okay. The smoke punch, it got some good distance. I know the tracking's kind of not good with that one. And his smoke cloud is really good, and it stays out there for a while, and it confuses or like stuns the enemy. Alright, and B+ tier, we got Yasopp. It's just, he's gone down. He's, his basic attacks, I mean, you can just kind of dodge them, just walking left and right. The skill where he shoots out multiple bullets is really good if you're up close, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because you kind of don't want to be up close against people with him. But yeah, I mean, there's better runners out there to use instead of him. Alright, next we got Bellamy. Bellamy, he's good. I like the speed boost on his skill. Both of his skills have good knockback, and I got him sitting at like level 91 from the 3-star frags we're getting, so I'm excited to, when I get him to 6-star, to use him. Alright, Vivi. She's okay. She got a heal and a defense buff for your allies. Yeah, so pretty much you're just going to be trying to get flags and, you know, buff your opponent, or buff your partners and heal them, then go get flags. Try not to fight anybody. Alright, next, Wapol. I actually had fun with playing with Wapol. He's not bad. He heals when on criticals. He'd be better if his cannonball skill wasn't fixed damage, but he still wouldn't be too great even if they did change it, so I mean, it's not a big deal. His basic attack combo, it's short ranged, but other than that, I mean, you're pretty much just playing with them to watch him get up off the ground because his legs are all wiggling. Alright, and Usopp next. He's, without that, the trait he had before with the 1 minute left being a 50% speed capture rate, he's just gone down. I mean, hopefully the next Usopp is a lot better. Alright, and in B tier, we got Chopper, Skypiea, Zoro, Vivi, Luffy, and Zoro. They're not very good. I mean, Chopper has his uses, and he can be annoying, but he doesn't really excel in damage or anything else other than healing and capturing flags. And the other characters, they're not too great. There's better characters you can use. And alright, and I didn't put Brook, Frankie, or Sanji, because I mean, you should just use other characters. And last but not least, we got Kaya. She's just bad. Don't use her. Her basic attack combo is awful. Her roll is awful. And I mean, if you're gonna use her for her healing, just use the Vivi. I mean, the Red Runner Vivi. She's a lot better. Alright guys, that was my opinion on for my tier list. I mean, if you don't like something I said, put it down in the comments and tell me what you think. I mean, you might change my mind, because I haven't played with every character. I'm just going off of what I play against in S+ tier. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.